Good morning, society!
Cheers!
We talked about it before for the very first time.
And speaking of the first time, this is the first time we're on the couch.
Couch?
It's the couch.
We're living that couch life, people. Why? Because we have an extended live stream today. We will be playing Thunderfolk.
Yeah.
Can't wait. We have a 3-part series on YouTube about this, and this is just for fun because it's finally officially out.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I'm really excited.
I'm so excited to show. We've never played a video game together.
We haven't. Oh my God, we played all of the board games, but no video games. Okay.
We played digital versions of board games together.
This is going to be a treat.
It's a hot dog is a sandwich kind of situation.
Wait, where do you fall along that argument? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Because I say no.
It feels the same in my stomach as a sandwich.
Oh, wait, Ray, you're a hot dog is a sandwich type of guy?
Yeah.
I say no. I don't know.
Well, is an open-faced sandwich a sandwich?
No.
Okay, well then
feel like
at least you're consistent. You're wrong, but you're consistent.
Yeah, this is a sandwich.
What do you call an
respect
open-faced tuna fish sandwich?
Open-faced tuna fish sandwich.
But it's got sandwich in the name. Anyway, we got a great show for you today, everybody. What do we got for him, Ruel?
We got plenty of stuff going on today. The busy show. Again, we have Thunderfolk at the extended version of this show, but we're going to be talking about games. We'll be enjoying our beverages. And we're getting into shenanigans, as always. And we've got a great game here in the studio called Ship Shape. We're going to be doing that for the Jacked Up matchup.
Yeah! I'm excited to smuggle.
Yes, we're going to be smuggling contraband and all kinds of goodies.
This is tangent, but I recently replayed Sheriff of Nottingham for the first time in a really long time, and I loved smuggling some stuff.
Man, it's been a minute since I played that game. How was it? So after
it's incredible.
Yeah.
I remembered why it's one of the few games that's at my house and not the studio because it just causes so much negotiation between players, and that's really what is fun, particularly for streaming type purposes. So maybe we should get some in here.
By the way, isn't it great to have Becca back? I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Yeah, you've been out doing shows.
I was in New York, everyone. I made my off-Broadway debut.
Woo, yeah.
And it was at the 20-Sided Tavern, which is going on tour across the U.S. So if you, they haven't officially announced their tour dates. Maybe people in the know things about where they're going and when, but I probably shouldn't share that information.
I'm gonna go.
But they are going to be they've already announced their DC dates coming up soon, and then they're going to be touring the whole country and maybe all the way to the West Coast. Who knows? So I'm very excited about that. I had such a fun time. What is 20-Sided Tavern, you ask? Well, it is in fact called Dungeons and Dragons 20-Sided Tavern. Thanks Hasbro for whatever happened there. It is like basically D&D 101 while people do an actual play on their feet. But the bones and the structure of the show are always the same because there are these interactive voting elements from the audience. There's people coming on stage to roll giant dice. There's lots of really cool audience. And if you've seen all the pictures and videos, it's because phones are not prohibited during the show, which is very fun that people can record whatever they feel like. And which is also a smart strategy to promote such a thing. Anyway, I had a wonderful time. Everybody there is an absolute dreamboat of a performer and a person to hang out with. And I'm so excited for them to get to go on tour together because it just sounds like a constant slumber party.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Well, I'm glad that everything went well and you're back here home safely.
It was a lot. Traveling for 2 weeks is a lot.
Yeah.
But,
and you were doing did you do multiple shows a day or was it like?
Saturday and Sunday. So I did 8 shows in 6 days and I almost died.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I haven't done theater like that since college, and my physical person is not the same as it was in college. I am so deeply tired to my bones, and I have so much respect for theater actors everywhere.
It must have felt good to be back up on stage, though.
It sure did.
Yeah.
It's so nice. And it's the same feeling that I had the first time I got to do an actual play at Gen Con for Sorority Live.
Yeah.
And it just feels so cool to just like YouTube is one thing. I know people watch it, but I don't get to hear them react to watching it that often. So getting to be in a room with people enjoying your performances is so special and is a reminder why we do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad everything went well.
Yeah,
sounds
great.
Amazing. And folks, again, be sure to keep an eye and ear out for the touring dates.
Yeah, they're all over Instagram, all over my Instagram at least. Lots of ridiculous pictures, so check it out.
Love it. Hey, let's take a look at what's happening in today's show. We've got, our grab bag of games as always. We have a Special Society sidebar today too, so I'm excited to share that with y'all. And then we got our jacked up matchups. So just a quick reminder that Good Time on the Clock Tower is taking late pledges, but it's going to close super soon.
We did say we were going to close it, but I didn't go click the button because I was out of town. So you have until the end of this broadcast and streaming Thunderfolk to late pledge.
There it is.
We'll leave open late pledges without rewards, just in case. But all of the physical rewards, at least, are going to not be available by the end of this day.
Hear that, folks? So jump on that right now. Good Time on the Clock Tower. What else do we got happening today? We also have, new on the channel, how to play Relic Wars.
Yeah, it's a lovely little game. War skirmish kind of game, and I'm very proud of the set. I think it's very lovely.
Incredible. Oh my gosh.
This you may know as Jake the Intern. He has been disemboweled and
wait, was that actually Jake?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know they did my boy like this.
Em asked if it was okay, and I said hell yeah, but also asked Jake, and it got approved. I think it was well worth the use. And
so be sure to check that out, folks. That is on the channel live right now. How to play Relic Wars. All right, moving right along. We're going to keep things going on a quick pace here, so we can get to all the other stuff. And because
are we? Because I was going to talk about more Blood on the Clock Tower.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not only am I very excited to run some games tomorrow night, we are well underway in pre-production for this series. Y'all give your money, we're gonna make it fast. And we're gonna have the first episode up, I think probably before the end of the year. We're filming end of May, beginning of June.
Nice.
So we're gonna be gathering all the names of people who donated at the gravestone level and putting their names on the set. We are building this week and next week, and I think I might put some pictures on the old Patreon of the in progress. Right now, it's just the walls in place, but over the next week, there will be many more things appearing, and
I love it.
It's so cool.
There it is.
My mind is blown.
Okay. I got my laptop working again. I don't know what happened there.
Don't worry, I'll stall anytime by talking about Blood on the Clock Tower.
Appreciate it. Oh, you know what we should mention is tournament time. Tournament time. We had such a great time hosting the Crafting the Cosmos tournament that we're going to run it back, folks. But we're going to try a different game from Avistog. This time, River of Gold. River of Gold.
Gorgeous.
What's gold? There's a river. What's gold? Like a gold nugget.
Oh,
gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
River of Gold. We're going to be hosting on Board Game Arena, and we will have a link for y'all before the end of the show.
Before the end of you talking about it, we're going to have a link.
Yeah. Wow, is it that quick?
I remember to check my text.
Nice. Look, there it is right there,
Sign
folks.
up.
Join our Async club on Board Game Arena. And there's the link. Is that the link right there? That is not the link. There it is. So you'll sign on the Google Doc there, with just some waivers and all that, and then you have a week, and we're gonna see who is the champion of River of Gold. The winner, by the way, gets a copy, an actual physical copy of River of Gold from Office Dog.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world? Probably U.S. and Canada.
Probably U.S. and Canada, but we'll check for y'all. Okay.
And that's made
But
with
soon
real
anywhere
gold.
but the U.S.
Right?
I wish I had hopeful things to say about the state of the industry.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And the fear people are in, but we're going to keep chugging along until there's no more board games to talk about.
That's right.
Is that a good way to broach the subject?
I love that. That's the
Here
way
we
to do
go.
it.
Let's mention that elephant, baby.
Are we going to mention this part right here? I just came across this.
Yeah, I just wrote that in. All right,
Thank
folks, our YouTube channel, it has some people watching it. Those eyes be peeping, and we're almost at 100,000 subscribers.
100K. Y'all are awesome. Thank you.
Y'all are
Thank
the
you so much for
hardcore ones.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're the A team, and but you know, B team's coming in, and and we're so excited that so many people have found the channel.
Yeah.
Once we reach 100,000 subscribers, we're gonna do a big giveaway stream.
Yeah.
If you were around for Gamesgiving, I wasn't. I was at my family's reunion. But if you were there, you probably know more what this will look like than I do.
Yeah.
But we're reaching out to publishers, seeing who has games that they want to give away as part of that. And as soon as we hit 100K, we're gonna announce the date when we're gonna do that giveaway stream. So I'm really excited to be here for it.
So am I. That was so much fun. Gamesgiving was great, and you know, when we hit the 100K, it's gonna be a big celebration. And y'all know we all love a good party here at the Good Time Society. So join us. Yeah, join us when we let you know when the party is. Yeah. All right, let's move on to talking about some games. So, Becca, I think it's time for us to reach into our grab bag of games. I did like a little.
It rains.
Yeah, it rains
confetti.
games. Yeah. First one I want to talk about today is Star Clash, an RTS-style sci-fi strategy game for 1 to 8 players. That is a mouthful. And
what makes something real-time strategy? I figured out what RTS means just now, and I'm proud of myself.
That's right, yeah. All I know is that it's similar to a game, I don't play it, but StarCraft. People who like StarCraft, a real-time strategy game.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so this one, it's got a little bit of Twilight Imperium. You've got to explore and research and manage your resources. You're going to build your bases up, like as you see here, and you're trying to survive, basically, because people are going to be attacking you. That's how they roll. But what makes this one interesting, what stood out to me, Becca, is that it says here that the gameplay is very rich, but it comes down to the 3 C's per turn. You have collect your resources, command your units, that's fly around and shoot, pew, pew, and finally conclude your turn. That's the 3rd C, as you complete construction and then go hopefully blow up your enemies or whatever. So
or get blown up by them.
Get blown up, yeah. And so it's got some area majority to it. You know, you want to have the most units out in certain areas to control them. And the thing that, again, the publisher said it's a deep and easy to learn tactical battle where you stay engaged because it's always going to be your turn. Like it's super fast apparently. And you know, these type of epic space games usually take
I wouldn't say fast is the first word I associate with most of them.
Not at all, yeah.
So the fact that this one has that makes it stand out, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, this looks cool. I'm very curious as well. Reminds me a little bit of, there was a game that came out last year or the year before called Last Light by Roy Canaday, and that one really was a 4X that he boiled it down to like about an hour. Ooh. So I don't know if this is going to play that quickly because it does have some simultaneous play, which I think helps things go quickly. But yeah, there it is. Star Clash. It's on Kickstarter right now, folks.
I guess my question is, how simultaneous? How real time is real time? Because real time, I'm like, oh, there are no turns.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's that fast, but it's because it says an RTS style, right?
Okay. Yes.
So yeah, there's
RTS
gonna be some
style.
like turn cleanup and stuff like that.
I was like, because I can move really fast if you motivate me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll take 8 turns.
I'll take 5 turns and you take 1.
Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah, that is now on Kickstarter. We've got about 7 days left to go. They're getting close for funding, so check that out, folks. Let's move right along, Becca.
I can't wait.
From space to Cinderella.
From the fires of stars to the ashes in the fireplace.
Yes, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is Cinderella at Midnight, a solo maze adventure card game.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Isn't this adorable?
I love it.
So this is a solo game, and what you're doing is building this maze. There are a bunch of different cards. You're just going to lay them out, and you want to lay it in a way that Cinderella can complete the task and attend the ball before midnight.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that cute?
We got to get her there.
Yeah.
And the font choice is everything.
Yeah, I love this trailer.
The design is beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to watch that again because it's so beautiful. So this is from Amanda Kastner. She's created, it's going to be out in October, but if you get a print and play version, you can get it in July.
Woo!
Yeah, so she's the designer and artist. I really love the art in this. So you're just laying down the cards, create a maze to complete the task. And then you're going to return the fairy godmother who is going to transform the maze, and you're going to have to still find a way to get out. So
this is a very cute one for kiddos.
Absolutely.
It looks very giftable.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And this one, it reminded me of those button shy games. We played one, I don't know, it feels like years ago, but we did play one on the show called Circle the Wagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it reminded me of that.
Very good game.
Yeah. All right, so that is also on Kickstarter right now. She's already beat her goal, but we like to support indie board game designers, so be sure to check that out, friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cinderella at Midnight. Oh, I really wanted to make
No, we can do it. We can do it. What
a
you
great
got?
segue to this. So,
Speaking of parties ending at midnight, some of them go on all night long.
Yeah.
Just see the beacon across the lake.
You said Beacon. Well done. That's one of my favorite books of all time. What are we talking about? I'm glad you asked, Ruel. We are talking about The Great Gatsby.
What?
The Great Gatsby, yes.
That sad, sad rich man.
Yeah. But this game is based on The Great Gatsby. Here's Rado's video. The game is called Gatsby. It's from Bruno Cathala.
Bruno Cathala?
We love his games. He's done games such as Seven Wonders Duel,
I was
Duel for
going to
Middle
say
Earth.
Seven Wonders, yeah.
He did Sea Salt and Paper, King Domino.
Sea Salt and Paper.
That was his game,
That's
too.
Jake's obsessed.
Yeah.
He never goes to any game night without Sea Salt and Paper these days.
Bruno, he puts out some bangers. Gatsby, though, looks terrific. This is a two-player game. You're trying to gain the favor of Jay Gatsby. They're playing two characters. I think they are named Dorothy Williams or James Miller. So you go head-to-head. You have 3 different locations, and what you're trying to do, it's action selection, a little secrecy is involved, and hopefully you get the most influences, I think, of 2 of the 3, and then Jay recognizes you and you win the game.
Amazing. And there's horse racing as well, I see.
I know. I'm like,
the
I don't
right
remember the
side.
horse racing part of Great
yeah,
Gatsby.
Well,
It
what
makes
do you
sense.
think they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cabaret, a finance center, and a racetrack. I don't
The
remember.
only 3 locations I've ever known.
Yeah, the racetrack seems sort of odd. I don't know. Was that in Gatsby the sequel?
Yeah, the sequel.
The Gatsby 2.
You can
at the
imagine they've all
racetrack.
spent time at a racetrack.
They definitely did.
Daisy's Revenge.
Daisy's Revenge. I love that. The action
Yeah.
version.
So the player wins immediately if they control 3 characters of the same color or 1 character of 5 colors. So there are different ways to set collect in this, and it's just an immediate win. Yeah, I love the theme. I was a big fan of The Great Gatsby.
I always get asked for, can you give me your favorite 2-player games? People are always looking for good 2-player games, and this one looks like, for the literary nerd,
Yeah.
such a hit.
Totally. Also, the company Catch Up Games, they've done stuff like Far Away, Castle Combo, and The Loop. So
Ooh.
other games that are hits with me.
Reputable.
Reputable,
some might
for sure.
say.
Yeah.
Their parties are worth attending.
Absolutely. Okay, from parties to the
From
garden.
the top of the financial skyscrapers to the underneath the dirt.
The dirt.
The dirt.
Yes.
Wait, they're dead?
To the seeds emerging from the dirt. Sprouting, one might say.
Sprouting in Sprites and Sprouts. This is a game where you plant and tend crops as magical sprites in Mithwin Valley, a cozy game of enchanted farming. Now, you get the words cozy these days, I'm all about it. And
We're on the couch, man.
Yeah,
We're playing
this is like
a
the
cozy couch co-op
coziest.
today.
Yeah. Designer Manny Vega did the game
Vega!
Flamecraft, and this is his next newest game.
Flamecraft, it was such a hit. So
Yeah.
many people are still talking about it years later. And I think people have been waiting to see what Manny did next.
Yeah.
This looks awesome.
Doesn't look, I mean, I saw this, Becca, I thought of you, of course, because look, Tile Lane.
I'm all about tile laying. It's also giving me Succulent a little bit.
Yep.
If you've played that one from Renegade
Yeah.
Games.
And you have your different actions, so it's action selection, and of course challenge. Look, you're making polyomino shapes.
Polyominoes!
So we love our polyominoes, folks. Yeah. So this one's going to be out in May of 2026. So it's going to Kickstarter now. It is on Kickstarter. And Sprites and Sprouts. It looks gorgeous, looks cozy.
Get on there now. Oh, we got to
All
check
right.
up on this Kickstarter and see how it's doing.
Let's see how
this
it's
game
doing.
looks excellent. I have
Okay.
a type, okay? Yeah, they're doing okay.
They're doing okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're at 98,000 with an 18,000 goal.
Love it.
The goal's never really the goal, though.
No.
The goal is what would I be able to take home and not cry?
Right. Speaking of crying, I almost cried because we didn't mention the one and only doctor last week, but we're going to mention him this week with Reiner Knizia's Whale Riders.
Yeah.
This is the tariff
Riders
relief
on
Kickstarter.
the whale.
Do 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 do. Riders on the whale. Riders on the whale. Nice.
Yeah, that was really good.
Very good.
We will have to pay Bryce for that.
Yeah, sorry.
DMCA takedown if you sing anymore.
This is a game that I heard about years ago. I've not played this one from The Good Doctor because he releases like 1,000 games a year.
Yes.
This one is apparently about riding whales.
Oh.
Which I didn't know was a thing, but in this world it is. Beautiful art from Vincent Dutray, a very prolific board game artist. In this one, you are buying and selling as many resources as possible to make the most money needed to acquire the richest prizes, of course. Each turn you have 2 actions per turn. You're either going to sail, you're going to buy, you're going to sell, or you're going to draw more cards.
Is that whale meat? That feels
was that
really rude.
Yeah,
for
I don't know about that.
Friends of whales to be selling their meat.
Yeah. Well, you're
so funny that a beautiful ocean-based game about riding whales is so capitalistic. But you know what?
Is that what it is? No,
kind of fun in games.
I don't know what that is in the baskets. Anyways, that didn't look good.
Textiles.
Seaweed? Yes, seaweed, kelp. It's classic Knizia. Again, 2 actions per turn, very streamlined. I love that. I know there's gonna be a bunch of decisions you're gonna have to make, but within that, 2 action per turn thing. What do you want to do? Because the faster you are to get those pearls, that's gonna start pushing it towards the end game. And you're trying to get the most pearls, but maybe you don't want the game to end just yet, so you're trying to delay some of that. This was previously on Kickstarter and from another company, and the company now, 8 Games, bought the rights, so they're going to re-release it. And
they aped it, if you will.
They aped it. Yes. And apparently, if you buy it now, you're going to also get Whale Riders, the card game, with it.
Whoa!
So you get the board game and the card game, folks.
2 for 1.
So
Pretty
check
good.
that out. It's on Kickstarter right now, and it's funding, I think, for another week or so.
Also, it says Tariff Relief Kickstarter in the title, so I think this re-release is in the notes I saw from you. It said that the re-release was taking the notes that they had gotten, the things that were in all of the comments on Board Game Geek and all that, and we're integrating all of that and doing a re-release. That's a new version, and hey, anything to help with tariff relief.
Absolutely, yeah. And I love that they listened to their fans and said, hey, we can streamline a couple of things, we can change things on the player board to make it more accessible, and because all these tariffs and stuff, they're going to find a way to bring the game over and make it affordable.
Yeah.
But speaking of tariffs, they're a thing, folks. So all the things we're talking about now, again, subject to change because we don't know what's going on from day to day in this industry, unfortunately. Yeah.
I do wonder if there is an opportunity in finding new places to manufacture games, if we can use less plastic. That's what I want to see. I'm saying it, I'm manifesting it, putting it out in the world.
I agree, 100%.
I have to remember the name, that game that was a huge hit that was cooperative storytelling game from last year. It had like green in the title. It was huge at Gamma 2024.
Is it like environmental theme?
No, it's like a high fantasy theme. We have a copy somewhere, and they had 0 plastic in all of their packaging. Everything was wrapped in paper.
Was it Earthborn Rangers?
Earthborn Rangers,
Yes,
thank you so much. I knew you would know it. I knew you would come up with it.
Yeah.
Earthborn Rangers gets like a gold star in my book for the lack of plastic, and I want to see more game publishers do that. And so maybe as publishers are finding new ways to manufacture things, or going all print and play. Let's see where we can use paper and not plastic. Because I watched a documentary about how much plastic is in the ocean.
Yeah, but it's a very important thing, and I think you're right. If this one publisher can do it, we can all do it.
We can all do it.
They've already proven it. It's a proof of concept. It's been done. Earthborn Rangers, which I believe is the perfect segue into our next segment. We've got a society sidebar today, folks, with 2 designers, not 1 but 2. This is, excuse me, Al Newman and his daughter Maxine Newman, aka MJ. MJ is actually working on Earthborn Rangers now.
What?
Yeah, so she worked with Fantasy Flight Games for 10 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. But you know what? You're going to find out more about their story right here. Let's turn it over to Pastor Ruel right now. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for watching Society Sidebar. I'm very excited about today's guests, and it's not guests, it's guests. We have Al Newman and his daughter Maxine. They're both game designers, folks. Game design runs in the family, and you may be wondering, why are you bringing these great people on, Ruel? And I'm going to say, I'm glad you asked, Ruel. I'm bringing them on because Al is the designer of one of my favorite games of all time, Sun Tzu. And I talked about this on the R&R show recently on games that I could play forever. And this intro is getting to be forever. So I'm going to go bring on our guests right now. Hello, Al and Maxine. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, Ruel. Hello, my daughter.
I'm so glad you could join me today. Thank you so much. Al, I'm going to start with you. We're going to jump right into the interview.
Sure.
I love Sun Tzu, and I wanted to know, how did you get into game design? And you've been at this for a long time. So I want to talk about, first, how did you get into game design, and how are things different now than from when you first started?
Oh, my gosh. How did we get into it? My family always played games. And believe it or not, this probably goes back to Montreal, of all places. There's a place there on a very big avenue, and it's called Crazy Eddie's Adult Games. I'm not kidding, but I'm going back to maybe 1972, and they had a game called Airport, and they had a game called Lie, Cheat, and Steal. They were done by Dynamic Games, and they were pretty good. I mean, they were cut above Monopoly in that genre, that type of game. And I said to myself, I can do this. So I went about doing it. And by 74, I had an agent, and I had a game published by Western Publishing called Wacky Wizard. It was a kid's game. And that's where it all started.
Nice. So that's 1974. And then now, as you develop other games, and when did Dynasties, which became Sun Tzu, when did Dynasties become a thing?
All right. I think it was published in 2005 initially. That game had been in the process for probably 20 years. There were a couple of times where I just took everything off the table and put it in a file cabinet or in a drawer somewhere, and then I would take it out again and work with it. It went through a dozen incarnations, a dozen versions before it was the finished work, Dynasties, which became Sun Tzu, and which is becoming a bigger game with more content and expansion, a campaign mode, hopefully.
I'm excited about that. So I don't know if you can reveal anything about this new edition of Sun Tzu, Al. Are you under an NDA or anything? Or
no, not at all.
Okay.
The only problem, of course, is the tariffs. I mean, this is affecting the entire industry.
Yeah.
And who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But it is a big step up. There's a lot more content in terms of event cards and special actions. It changes the game slightly, I think, for the better. It has a campaign mode. I still can't do anything with solitaire or four-player. It's just not there yet for me.
Yeah. And for those that haven't played Sun Tzu, please find a copy. I talked about it on Rado's show, how it was one of my forever games. I think it's a very underrated game. It's a 2-player area control, troops on a map type game, and hand management. It is awesome. Got some bluffing. Again, one of my favorite games. Al, one more quick question here. So
Sure.
It's been decades since you've been designing games. What are some of the big differences from designing games back in 1974 to designing games throughout the 80s, 90s, into the 2000s?
Well, it's huge. Back then, you basically had a handful of companies. You had Parker Brothers, Milton Bradley, Ideal Toys, Mattel, and there was very, very little else. And you needed an agent, or you had to be a design studio to get through the front door. Luckily, I was able to get an agent, and my agent was Sid Saxon's agent. So,
oh wow,
I had some entree that way. But it was very, very difficult for a young guy who had good ideas, because you were only dealing with a few people, rather than now where you have hundreds of companies, and you could always take your idea and go to this person, that person, another person, before finally someone said, you know what, that's a very good idea. Let me look more closely at that.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Al. Maxine, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. We got a question for you. We got questions for you, and I think I sort of buried the lead here. Like, not only am I excited to have Al on because this is one of my favorite games of all time, Sun Tzu, but folks, we've got Maxine Newman, MJ. She's one of the designers of Arkham Horror, the card game. And I know there's a lot of viewers watching right now that love this game. And Maxine, again, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us. What was it like growing up in a family where your dad designed games?
Honestly, it was pretty awesome. Dad wasn't kidding when he talked about like the filing cabinet filled with alternate versions of games. Our entire basement was just filled with game tokens and supplies and things that we've cannibalized from other board games. And there were just parts of games everywhere. So as a kid, I would tinker around with them and try to do things and like work on index cards to make card games and stuff like that.
Nice. Now, see, I grew up with two younger brothers, and we weren't game designers, but we played a lot of games. I'm wondering if you and or your siblings, were you playtesting your dad's games? Was he always saying, "Hey, try this, try that," or how did that work about?
Oh yeah. Dad would definitely rope us into playtesting. I've played almost all of Dad's games. I haven't played the Wacky Wizard game, actually. I think that's the one that I haven't played. But yeah, it was actually a lot of fun because there was I think there was a game that Mom did some of the art for it that never got published. But
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Nice. And
we often played Magic the Gathering as a family, which was cool.
That's really cool. I love.
There was one game she was doing the artwork for while she was pregnant and about to give birth to her. Serious.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's so awesome. So Maxine, when did you sort of get bitten by the game design bug? Obviously, you're playing games, you're play testing games throughout your childhood. When did you actually say, "Hey, maybe I can do this myself"?
So, like I was saying, I designed a lot of games as a child. Like in middle school and high school, I made games that me and my friends would play. I didn't start making it like a serious hobby until college or around grad school, and I was making custom expansions for Lord of the Rings, the card game at the time. And one of my friends actually saw the job posting at FFG, at Fantasy Flight Games, for a new developer for Lord of the Rings, the card game. So as a fluke, I applied thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get it. I have no real experience, but they had actually seen the content that I had made and put online.
Wow.
So that, yeah.
Nice. So, and that led to a long relationship with Fantasy Flight Games, I believe. You worked there for a while. So you worked on not only Arkham Horror, the card game, but also the Lord of the Rings stuff. Did you work on anything else besides those two big? And those are two huge IPs, right?
Yeah, I also did some guest design work on Marvel Champions and Legend of the Five Rings, the card game. Basically all card games.
Yeah.
Oh, and recently the Arkham Horror RPG.
Oh, awesome. Nice. So again, you have your father as a resource, obviously, as a game designer, right? What were some of the things that, if you have any lessons that you may have learned about gaming or game design or even life from your dad?
So it's funny, actually. Dad and I have pretty different tastes when it comes to board games, which I find kind of amusing. He tends to like competitive Euro games. I tend to like narrative-driven cooperative games. But actually, one of the things that taught me is that there's a lot of different people who play games. And a lot of people play games for very different reasons, and they're looking for different things. And you can't make a game that's for everybody. But what you can do is keep all those people in mind when you're making your game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Al, I mean, I remember the email you reached out to me, Al. You were very proud of your daughter winning. Now, I believe it was Game of the Year. Was that a Golden Geek Award for Arkham, the card game? I don't want to say which one it was. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was that one. Is that correct?
There's a few of them, actually.
Yeah, nice. What were they? So it's Golden Geek, right?
Golden Geek, South by Southwest Tabletop Game of the Year. Oh gosh, International Gamers I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. So yeah, Al was very clear. It was 4 of them. So folks, check out the BGG page on Arkham Horror, the card game, to find that out. Al, I mean, this has got to feel really good to see your daughter not only take on game design itself, but also to be successful at it, right? And something that you fostered at home, and to see it develop into this.
Yeah, we were over the moon. My wife and I were over the moon when Arkham Horror came to market. And I would love going into Barnes and Nobles and seeing it with her name on the box. That was just wonderful.
Amazing. I love that. I love it. Folks, as the old saying goes, and I'm totally making this up, I don't know if it's an old saying or not, but the family that games together stays together.
Yeah.
Friends, Al, Maxine, again, thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with me today and chat with everyone. And is there anything you'd like to promote besides? I'm hoping that Sun Tzu expansion will come out soon. We'll talk about the tariffs later. But Maxine, do you have anything you'd like to promote or?
Yeah, actually, Earthborn Games, the company that I work for now, we have a new GameFound campaign for our new game. It's called Hub World Eidolon. The campaign actually just ended, but you can still late pledge, so check it out. It's a really cool game.
Nice. And Al, what about you? Anything that you'd like to shout out or promote?
Just Sun Tzu, the new expansion. It's Sun Tzu, 1,000 Victories.
Nice.
That's the subtitle.
Awesome. Thank you again, friends. And folks, thank you for watching. Let's turn it back to Ruel and Becca in the future. See you later.
Hey, thanks, Pastor Ruel. That was great.
Really great work.
I want to thank Al and Maxine Newman again for joining me. Really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with them. And folks, we're going to have a lot of fun right now hanging with you all.
Fun.
I love fun. We're going to play some, I just forgot the game.
It's time for our Jack Up, Match Up. Oh, thank God. We almost forgot. We were so excited about this game.
That was just a total brain part.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, Ruel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We did it, though. We're going to play some Ship Shape.
Yay!
This is, I feel like, such an underrated game, and from Rob Gaviola.
Well, Rob Gaviola.
Yeah, you know
Great
Rob
guy.
from all kinds of good stuff out of there.
Betrayal,
Restoration
House
games.
on the Hill?
Yeah.
Legacy?
He does all the games. All the Unmatched games, I think, were his.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to play this one. It was from Fireside Calliope Games a few years ago. And what we're doing is we have our pirate ships. We're going out of the sea.
Arr.
And we're going to get some treasure and gold
Yes,
coins.
we are.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Here, let's
Sounds
put him
good.
here.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good.
Okay. So here's my ship. Here is the
Here's
dummy
my
player.
ship.
And that's Becca's. Oh, the dummy player has a name. We're not just going to call it dummy player. It is
I know. Can
Captain
you please?
Happenstance.
Captain Happenstance.
Yeah.
I was pretending that I was the dummy player.
Oh.
That was the bit. I don't think
Okay,
I
Captain
landed.
Ray Rayberg Happenstance.
Ray. Okay, so in this game, we've got crew cards. We all have the same deck. And what we're going to do is we're going to bid on who gets to take the first cargo, and we each get a cargo, and we're going to build the cargo into our ship here, and we're going to score different items here. We're going to talk about that as we go along. We're going to jump right into it by playing a card. Let's see, I want to go with this one, and the dummy player just randomly gets one off the top of the deck, and we reveal I played a 5.
9 and 9. What happens in a tie?
In a tie, you have to wait because I get to go first because I'm untied.
Wait.
So I get this one.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Even
and
though
then-
you're lower?
Yeah, even though I was lower. And now you get to select another card, and so does the dummy player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go first. So there. Let's reveal for Becca and
1, 2, 3.
Captain
I got an
Happenstance.
8.
Okay.
Because I really want that piece. Because this covers up all the rats in my ship that are negative points.
Nice.
Look at that.
And I'm gonna go this way. Now they are the same on either side. You can rotate. Except for the dummy player, they just get the one and place it directly there.
Even if it's, should
yeah.
it be top
Nope.
legible?
However it comes
However
off the
it
board.
comes off.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to go this way to cover up rats. Now, there are 3 different things we're going to score, including the rats. The rats are negative points. We're going to place 3 of them, and then at the end of 3 turns here, we're going to score our gold for the full amount. Cannons, we're going to look at the cannons. Whoever's lowest, we're going to subtract from there. And then the contraband. Everyone except the highest will score the contraband.
They got cat.
Yeah. And then full ship, if you manage to cover up all the holes in your ship, you're going to get an 8-point bonus.
Ooh,
right.
okay. Let's see. Let me think about
Let's
this.
see. Do I
Alrighty.
need that?
We maybe having some fun audio issues.
Uh-oh.
Trying to determine that right now.
Can you hear me?
They can hear you.
They can hear it.
multiple
Double audio
times.
echo in the audio.
Check. Oh, no.
I always think that it's just the echo in the studio.
Audio's still
to
double.
dismiss the
Suddenly
concerns.
very echoey. Oh, it must be in the jacked up mashup scene.
Oh.
You must have it in twice. And in fact, if you go to the audio panel, you could just mute directly there
That
Check.
of OBS.
trying again.
Anyway, hear
Yeah.
us twice.
Yes.
That's how good we are at this game. Okay,
Okay.
I'm
gonna
ready.
play this card.
3,
Two,
2, 1. 10 again?
And I got a
They
1.
copied me.
Oh my gosh. Well,
You won with the 1.
but I didn't want to because.
I really want that.
Okay, so now, see, because I have way too much contraband, I'm not going to score that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But anyways, you and the dummy, or you and Captain Happenstance go again.
Okay, well, I wasn't even trying to look at the point value. I just wanted to cover up more stuff
Yep.
because it didn't overlap.
Yep.
And I thought that would be exciting. Okay, so do I want this one here? Gold is just straight up gold.
Yep.
Contraband, I will get it if I'm not the highest.
Uh-huh.
And cannons, I already have 2, so that would give me 7.
Yep.
And
And I have 0 cannons. Oh, that's not good.
Okay, I do want that.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Captain Happenstance plays a 3.
7.
Okay.
I'll take this sucker.
And then this one just goes straight down onto theirs. Okay.
Okay, that feels pretty good.
All right, final turn of the round. By the way, if you ever get to 1 card in your hand, you pick up all your cards.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Love, love, love.
Ooh, what
Okay,
do we
so
have
this
here?
is 7 gold, 1 contraband, 0 cannons.
Man, oh man, I'm not going to score any. How much contraband do you have? You have 3? Oh yeah, I've got 10. There's no way I'm scoring that 10. Oh, boo earns. Well, in that case, I'm going to go with this one.
I'll go here.
All
1,
right.
2, 3.
Captain
I have a
Happenstance.
4.
Oh no, I played an 8, so we are tied.
Okay,
You
I
get-
guess I get it. I get all this gold. Now I have to cover something up, unfortunately.
Yep. And while you do that, I'm going to play a hand versus Captain Happenstance. I've played a 2. They've played a 6. So they get this one first. Then I get this one here, which is actually, oh no, I don't want to do that.
I think I'm going to cover up my 3 gold
Okay.
because I'll get 4 additional gold anyway,
Nice.
and I'll get 1 contraband. So
Wow, this
that
is,
seems good.
my ship is not looking that great.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's score it up here. This is the end of the first voyage, and then we'll score the gold first. So full amount for the gold. I have 5, 6, 7.
I have 10,
Okay.
and our dummy has 0. Dum dum.
Dum. Okay. Our cannons. We're going to score the cannons minus the lowest amount that anyone has. I have 3 cannons,
I
Becca.
have 7.
And Captain
so
Happenstance
has
also.
7.
So 7 minus 3, you got 4 gold each.
Okay, let's see. We'll need some onesies.
And then I have the lowest minus lowest. 3 minus 3, folks. Let's do the math. I have 0.
Oh no!
Ugh. It's going to hurt even more when we get to contraband.
Okay,
Contraband, everyone except the highest. I've got 14 contraband.
I have 7.
You score 7.
Oh, sorry, I have 4.
You score 4. I score nothing.
Our dummy has 8.
Oh.
Sorry, Ray.
Dummy gets 8.
Okay, so you've got that, and I will take my 4. I'll give a little
Okay.
change.
That's the end of the. Oh, does anyone have a full ship? I did not cover this last score.
I am 2 away,
Okay.
and dummy's 4 away.
Okay.
Right.
Dumb. So no one gets the bonus 8, and we just go ahead and toss those aside.
Goodbye.
Along with these.
Let's unload our cargo.
Yes, unload the cargo. And hey, we got some new ships now. Go ahead and get rid of those ships.
Goodbye, ships.
And who's
night.
in first place? I believe Becca is.
I have 15, 16, 17, 18. Dummy has 12.
Okay, and I have 7. So you get the highest number.
Thank you. Wow,
by-
wow.
Captain Happenstance gets that one. These cards remain. The cards have been played that remain there.
Oopsies.
Yeah, you just pick them up when you have 1 left. And we do it again.
Okay. I love this
Oh,
game.
let's
I'm already having a great time.
Yeah, this is an excellent game. Okay, here's what we have for this one. So I got killed on the contraband last time. Do I want to go with that? I believe I do. There's my card.
3, 2, 1.
10. All
A
right.
7 and 1.
Okay, so I get this.
And then they get next.
That goes straight down. They don't get
I
to
think
maneuver
this looks
theirs.
like this Justin, beard and the bandana. And then I get this one. I will cover up the meanest of the rats, which is a -4.
Cover up that rat there. Okay. Cool. And then we rinse and repeat. What's next here? We got
3
4.
across the bottom.
Ooh, I like that. I like that one. Okay. All right. and
3.
Let's get this guy.
2, 1, 6.
9 and 1.
Okay,
So I will take this.
Yeah. I'm
Cover
next.
up that rat.
Oh gosh, I got some rats to cover as well. And I have too much contraband. Oh,
And this
one
guy
more
goes
than
straight down.
Okay, this way. There we go. Will I cover up my whole ship? Who knows?
Once again, the name of the game is Ship Shape
I'm
from
shipping and
Calliope Games.
shaping.
Yeah.
Yeah, this it got added to the registry.
Oh, I was
I
wondering
didn't
about
realize
that, Ray.
Rob Davio does all the restoration games.
Yep.
I'm a fanboy.
Yes.
Half
I
the
don't
games
like
he's ever
that.
made.
Good.
I don't want that one, do I? Man, I don't want to give that up, but I guess I have to.
Okay, ready.
Okay, let's get this,
1,
guys. 1, 2,
3.
and 3.
I have a 3.
I have a 6.
The lowest.
We'll take this one.
They will take this one. They covered up all their stuff. They're not very good at this. And then the final one of the round. I guess I just have to cover up my -5 in rats. Actually, that worked out pretty
no.
well for me, except for all this freaking contraband.
What are your rat stats?
I got a
I got a
bunch of
-5 in
contraband
rats.
as
Okay,
well.
so they've got 6 contrabands, and
Okay.
I don't want to have the most.
How much do you have?
Too much. 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
I have 10, so I'll either get -5.
You did say you wanted to do some smuggling.
But I don't, and then I imagine tied for most is also bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with
I could
this.
just have 5 if I cover up that one. Yeah, okay. I
Okay.
think I'll go here.
All right.
Hey, I salvaged my contraband situation.
Oh, okay. Let's score the gold, full amount. So I get 5.
I get 6.
Nice.
And Dum Dum gets 6.
6 for Dum Dum. Give that there. And then cannons, your amount minus the lowest. So I have 7 cannons.
8 cannons.
They have 4, so we each minus 4. So I've got 7 minus 4 is 3.
I've got 4 coming my way.
Yep. And 4 minus 4 is 0, Dum Dum. And now the
Hey,
contraband.
Tim.
Everyone except the highest. I've got 9.
I have 5.
What? You have 5?
I turned it.
Oh, no. So go ahead and score. I have 0.
So that's 5 for me and 6 for Dummy.
6. 1 and 6. And did anyone fill up? I once again missed out the final one.
I did not.
All right, no
Neither
one
did
gets the
they.
8-point
But
bonus.
I do lose for rats. And in fact, we forgot to lose for rats for the dummy last time. So let's have them
least
lose
one more,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. And then I'm gonna get
Let's have them lose 5
-3
more.
for rats. But that was the way that I got the contraband 5, so I thought it made sense.
Nice. All right. Final round.
Final round.
These go away.
Goodbye.
And we're voyage 3, folks.
We're shipping and shaping.
Yes. Who's in the lead? They're going to get the highest number of voyage.
22 here, and I have 20, 30.
Oh my gosh. So you can get that.
Thank you.
Captain Hamstance, and I get this here.
Now, I'm down to 2 cards, but I don't pick up till I'm down to 1 card?
Correct.
Okay. But they're down to 1 card.
Oh, so go ahead and reshuffle theirs, please.
Oh, yeah, they
I've
were the
got
one that
3
kept
cards.
tying.
Yes. I've got 15. Make some
Negative
change
rats
here.
is an interesting concept.
Okay, so.
Just watch Ratatouille, and that is one positive rat.
That is. All right, here's that.
The sad thing is that in the end, you all get scurvy and lose a leg regardless of who wins. Is that how all the captains lost their legs? Scurvy?
Scurvy.
I see. All right, this first one. Oh my gosh. My ship has 6 rats in it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but it also comes with a bunch of contraband built
Yeah.
in.
Mine only has -1, but I don't have the cool stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first one. Ooh.
Yeah, well, I'll play what I gotta play.
Okay. All right, I'll do this, and
3, 2, 1. I have a 5.
I have a 3. They have a 2.
I'm first. I liked this because it has a 0 in contraband.
Nice. This one goes straight down for
That
this
covers
guy.
up 3 rats.
Oh, I don't want to cover up my gold. But I'm going to leave that rat there. Yeah.
Ah, rats. Okay,
Rats.
now I have 1 card, so I will shuffle.
Yep. I'll get this guy ready
shuffle.
here.
Pick up. Okay. Oh, choices, choices, choices.
How much is contraband? Okay. Okay, play this.
3, 2, 1.
4.
4.
Oh, no. So
Okay,
we
let's play
tied.
again. They go first.
They go first.
They take that contraband.
Yeah, darn it.
They're already at 8.
Okay.
So this changes
Oh.
things for me.
Changes me. Now, I'm down to my last card, so I'm going to pick up all my cards.
Okay, let
and
me
we
think.
Have to, what do we have
This
here?
one has gold, no contraband, and 2 cannons.
Okay. That also has.
Oh.
Wait a second. You have contraband. Yeah, I think I want this.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
9.
1.
I really wanted this one.
I really wanted this one.
Nice.
I could see underneath that there was 8 gold
Nice.
and 0
Excuse me.
contraband. Now, is there a way? Ooh, I think if I put it. No. If I put it.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Ruel.
Darn.
Okay.
Covers up all my good contraband. All right.
Final round.
Final round. What do we
Ooh.
got? I really gotta cover some stuff. Oh, hold on. I forgot I could flip this the other way.
Yep.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
I haven't been
They are
doing
the
that
same
all
ones.
game,
Yeah.
but that is so much better for me.
Yeah, they're totally the same on each side.
Forgot the whole freaking game. But you know what?
But you're
Came in
still
clutch
killing it.
now.
You're still killing it.
We got it. We got there.
Okay.
So let's see. And they have, this is 6, so they have 8 contraband. They're currently in the lead. You have 0 contraband.
0 contraband, which,
And I don't want to tie.
yeah. Okay. I'll go with this one. No, I'll go with this one.
But we don't know what contraband is underneath. Can I just peek? Nope. Okay.
Yeah. Wish I could bring up a pirate pun for Ruel, but I have nothing but Ruel, Gaviola. I like that one. Becca is the
Ruel.
Buccaneer, of course. Yeah. The Buccaneer and
Hope
Ruel.
this works out for me.
Me too.
3, 2, 1, 10.
They got 6. I have 5.
I am hoping that 1 contraband is, yeah, I was hoping they'd get another one. And then I can cover up nothing except rats right here.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, I'm short. I missed out this last one. I was so close every time.
But I'm 1 away as well.
Yeah. Let's score up the gold. I've got 11 this time.
6. I have 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they got
8,
2.
8, and 4.
Nice. Cannons. I've got 2, 4, 5, 9.
I have 3.
Okay,
so
the
you're gonna get
lowest
6.
is 8.
They have
10.
10. So I'm the lowest with 3.
Okay, so they get 10 minus 3 is 7. 5, 6, 7. And then I've got, what I have? 8, 9 minus 3 is 6.
Pretty good.
Okay. Contraband, all but the highest. I've got 2 contraband.
I have 8. And they
They
have
have 10. Oh my gosh.
So I get 8.
I finally scored contraband for a whole 2. And full ship, no one got the full ship bonus. And now we count the coins and the highest.
Any rats? No.
Oh, no rats. Yeah.
Okay. I've got.
Oh my gosh. I've scored a 34, friends. Not much. Did I lose to Captain Happenstance as well? At least I beat that. Yeah, they got 31.
58.
Nice! Wow,
GG.
GG, Becca. Wow.
That's Ship Shape by Rob Davio and Calliope Games.
Yeah, well done. How'd you like it?
I Love it.
Yeah.
Obviously, one always likes the game they win. That's
Yeah.
my very astute philosophy.
Golden rule right there.
Yeah, so
but yeah, fun
pro
little
tip,
game,
if
great
you're-
for families, and the pirate theme is always fun.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I think it's pretty great that you don't really have to read as well. So it's suitable for an age range of like 6 to 8 that is
Right.
still working on their reading comprehension,
Yeah.
but like numbers they got unlocked. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the puzzle of trying to find out, what holes you want to cover and stuff like that, and what cargo is good and what cargo is bad.
Right.
The contraband guy
Anticipating-
killed that. Yeah.
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 Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But hey, that's going to be it for this portion of the show. But stick around, right? Because we've got something coming up right now.
Thunderfolk! Yeah, so we're gonna be back. Curie's gonna be joining us in one of the boys in a rotating seat because it's a 4-player couch co-op, and we really want to show it off because it's just super sick. Also, Thunderfolk sponsored some videos from us. So there's 3 videos featuring Matt Mercer, Jasmine Boular, and Persephone Valentine, and me playing through the whole first act. So I'm excited to make different choices this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stick around for that, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Play some games, will ya?